Did Apple become an older company, a more mature company, a blue chip company yesterday?
Well, I think Tim Cook accomplished what he had to accomplish yesterday, and that was he had to draw a line in the sand, say there's a floor on the Apple stock, let's say $400. He's got to buy some time, a couple of quarters, till he gets new products out. And in order to accomplish that, with gross margins going down, sales not growing as fast as they used to, he did have to twist the dials and make it a different company in terms of how you look at Apple.
Is this a definitive statement from David Einhorn and others that Silicon Valley, no, you don't get to play by a different playbook. You've got to play by the same shareholder prudence and prudential thinking that we see in other industries?
I think there's some truth to that. But on the other hand, I think if Apple's going to play by the rules that everyone else does, then why do they value Apple at less than 9 times PE, which is about where Dell is? Now, how can anyone compare Dell with Apple?
This is brilliantly said. And how can this be that Michael Dell's train wreck is the same valuation as this cash generator in Cupertino?
You know, there's 2 parts to that. One is the law of large numbers, for sure. And the other part is that, you know, there's volatility associated with phenomenal products in the consumer space. It's not what you've done for me in the past. It's what are you going to do for me next year and next quarter, and how big is it going to be? Well, we both know that the consumer product that is the iPhone is one of the largest margin generators, phenomenal success. But it's not about the iPhone or the iPad anymore. What other product is Tim Cook and Apple going to deliver that is going to be at least as large as the iPad, with at least as margins as substantial as that?
One reason that Apple perhaps is not reaching the growth rates it did before is because it's so big, it's difficult to move the needle. John Sculley, is there an argument to be made for Apple to perhaps spin off some of its units or break up a little bit?
No, I think that would be a terrible decision to split Apple off. I think the bigger opportunity for Apple is to start telling their story better about what Apple is. It isn't just a hardware device company. It happens to have a great service and software business that's about $16 billion run rate.
I have a dull life, John. I read annual reports on the weekend. It's a bad habit. To me, there's a new corporate ethos out there now. We want to be very careful about how we husband our cash, how we deploy our cash. Do you buy the idea there's a new corporate CFO, a new corporate CEO? It's managing cash differently than 10 or 20 years ago?
Oh, I think so, yes. I think that we're in a global economy. There are a lot of things that make this world uncertain. So managing cash carefully is a big deal.